Once again, we are in Westthalen. Now, this is the 7th mission in the Rank 1. This is for the Earth Sprites. Now, where I am currently... Sorry, I'm just looking beside, it looks pretty cool. I am currently where the hammer bricks were. It's easier than, coming back from the bloody original place. Right, so what you want to do is head towards coordinates 22, 28. Now, the hammer bricks are on the right and left. You want to carry on down the road. Don't worry about the tortoise, they're not hostile. So, keep running down the road. Once you see the little sort of mining machinery, you want to go towards it. And then you want to go behind it. Those yards and feeders are hostile, so ignore those. Try and stay as far away from it as you can. Stick towards the road, but then head in to the machinery. The rusty goblins are hostile as well, but there are a few earth sprites here. This is the most concentrated area of them. There's 2 over here, there's another one at the back, there's one over there, and there's a few round near the yards. So, right, let's get attacking one of them. This is a mount, so just ignore that. That won't be there, more than likely. Right, earth sprite. Attacking it. It brings a rusty goblin over. In this situation, if you do get a rusty goblin, take that out first, because that has AoEs and you don't really want to be dodging AoEs. Right, so earth sprites, they are ranged up to, I think it's 25 yards. They will chase you until you get back to to the gate practically. They do chase you wide to wide. Right, let's just smack them. Come on, smack it then. Come on. Can't use any skills else I'll kill it. Right. So they are just ranged. They don't have any AoEs to speak of. The range is roughly 25 yards. I'm not 100%, but I'm going to say 25 yards. Once again, you need 3 of them. You get 1,100 XP off these. But that's a level. If you've done up to level 7, I'd say it's a level even. Excuse me, nearly burped then. Right, so once again, the coordinates for them are 22, 28. If you're lucky, you can get earth shards off them, used for your crafting later on, if you want to go into that side of things. But anyway, 22, 28 they are. Now we're going to head back over to Central Thalen to go after the springing grave robbers. Moving on to the mission 8. Now, mission 8 of the rank 1. This is for the springing grave robber. Now, I'm starting from today from the antling workers from a few monsters ago. I'm starting from 2021. Now, by now you should be level 8 to level 9, and you should have been to Blackbrush Station, which is the aetheorite point of the Central Shroud. It's here. Now, there is 2 ways of getting to this place. There is following the west road and then cutting off, or the easier way, which is Royal Allagan Start Way, where you go across the bridge, through past the ants from where you were a minute ago, and then you want to go left, heading west to Sidili. Yeah, I'm just going to Sidili excavation site where that fate is right now. Quite a warm welcome fate. The coordinates for the Spriggans are 1723, so it is almost exactly on that fate. So what you want to do, just minimise that a little bit, what you want to do is go to where the ants were, where I showed you, and then when you get to the T-junction, Y-junction, whatever, you want to go left. So you're heading west. Let's make that a little bit bigger. You want to head west, follow the dirt track, past the hammer breaks, the level 7 ones. If you go north, there's higher level enemies if you want to train. But follow the road west until you see a dirt road going down a hill. I won't recommend jumping down the hill, because I took 3,009 damage when I jumped down a few minutes ago. So you want to obviously go down this road, and then once you get down to the bottom, Spriggans are about. 1723 is the coordinates for them. Right, I'm just going to jump off my chocobo and start smacking one to death. Now this one here is going to aggro the other Spriggan and a Scythic Cloud. If this ever happens, ignore the Scythic Cloud and kill the Spriggans. The Spriggans do more damage than the Cloud. So you want to take the Spriggan out first. Right, it doesn't look to have any AoEs at the moment, but Spriggans are creepy, and they, yeah, look at the creepy little things. They're dust bunnies. So they don't have any AoEs. You need 3 of them, as per all of the level 1s, for your 1.3k XP. Now, there are a lot of them, so it's not exactly slim pickings, but it also means they can aggro more if they're in close proximity to each other. For example, that one is going to aggro another Scythic Cloud and another Grave Robber. This one here is going to aggro 2 other Grave Robbers. So no matter what, you're going to have more than 1. You're going to have minimum 2, but most commonly 3. So just be careful of that. This fate is quite common. So there might be people here doing the fate. If so, obviously do the fate. Now we're going to move on now to the Quinari Shell Sweeper. Now we've moved on to the mission 9 of the rank 1, the Quinari Shell Sweeper. Now this is once again in Central Thalen. I'm starting off from the Spriggans from a second ago. Right, first of all you want to head up the hill, and once you get up the hill you've got 2 options. You can go right and the long way around, or just cut across. Cutting across is probably a bit more dangerous as more enemies are in the way. So you cut straight across. Watch out for the hammer brakes, they are hostile. Jump across the train tracks, and you are literally here at the rat's nest. The area is called. Now the coordinates are 1620. Now this is what I call the front entrance. Now I wouldn't necessarily go this way because, well, you're going to get a lot of aggro. I would come from the back, which is 1719. Now, if you come from here, you get a few less enemies to deal with, as those over there aren't really too bothered about these ones here. So, first of all, let's get attacking. Right, I didn't even think of using that before until just now. Right, I'll let them attack me for a minute and see if I get any aggro. There we go. Not aggro, I meant AoEs. Frontal Cone AoE, that stuns you for 3 seconds. Which, well, if you've got more than 1 on you, can be quite deadly. Especially as it seems like they stack the AoEs in sections, so once you get 1, a few seconds later another one, and so on. Now, if you get stunned by that, you get stunned for 3 seconds, and they're going to be able to do an immense amount of damage. An immense amount of damage. So really you need to move. Right, I'm just going to get rid of that. You really need to move. Let's just get rid of these a second. Right, so now we'll move on to this one. That one there is going to aggro. Let's see what it's going to aggro actually. It's going to aggro the other Shell Sweeper. Now that's because that Scythic Cloud moved away. If he hadn't have moved away when he did, we'd have that as well. So no matter what, you're going to get at least 1 extra add. If you're feeling brave, you can go in there and kill a few if you really want to. But you don't have to. Take the ones out on the edge. It's easy enough. So you need, once again, you need 3 of them for your 1.6k XP. Now be careful, there is sometimes a fate that spawns in there, and I believe it's a huge Quinari. That takes at least 2 people. Right, now for the first part of the 10th mission in the Rank 1 series for the Gladiator. Now, as I said previously, you've got to have both of them to get your XP. So let's get into this. Let's get right in. Now I'm starting from Blackbrush. By now you should be at least level 10 and have attuned yourself to the Aetheorite and Blackbrush station. Now you want to head east, out the east exit obviously. Sorry about the sound, it's the FC chat again. Now what you want to do, as soon as you've keep heading east over the bridge. As soon as you've gone over the bridge, you will encounter the soldiers, the Antling soldiers, level 10. At 2318 is the beginning coordinates for them. Right, now are they going to aggro? Yep, as you can see there, that one's going to aggro two soldiers in the Sunbat. So I'm not going to encounter that for the moment. Yeah, there we go, same again. Same again, it's going to aggro Sunbat and the soldier. Alright, let's just make sure they're all on me. So you will have that move now, that flash it's called. You should have that, it just gives you the maximum aggro, which, well, in this situation you don't really want. But anyway, the Antling soldiers, let's see, I'm trying not to attack the thing. Let's get rid of the Sunbat. The Sunbats are just melee, so don't worry about those. Well, if I would recommend getting rid of it as before the soldiers, just so it's not a nuisance for you. But let's just see if the soldier has any AoEs. Doesn't look like it. Right, the soldier has no AoEs. It's just a melee, and this guy's killing. Brilliant. Yeah. Thank you, I suppose. /STY. Anyway, right. So as you saw there, it's literally just a melee hitter, but it hits hard. But by now you should have done or doing your level 10. Your level 10. Oh, there we go, an AoE. There. Right, and let's sit in this and see if it does anything. You should be, sorry, what I was saying is, by now you should be level 10 and you should be doing your Gladiator's quests. Your Gladiator's class quests. I'm technically helping that person out. Anyway, right. So you should be doing your level 10 quest. If you've already done that, brilliant. You'll have your piece of armor and your weapon. So that'll help you a hell of a lot when you're doing this. The AoE seems to be a poison. It didn't give me anything. Right, so it'll be a poison. It didn't give that other character anything there anyway. So that is that really. Like all the others, you need 3. As per all the other bloody ones. Because, you know, uniformy. And right, so the next one will be the Dusty Mongrel back in Westalen. Once again, we're in Westalen, and this part of the video is going to wrap up the end of the Rank 1, as we're going after the Part 2 of the 10th mission in the Rank 1. This is for the Dusty Mongrel. Now, what you want to do is head back to, obviously, Westalen, come out the Gate of the Nile to Sasmaro, to the little camp that you have to run through. And this time, you want to come out the east gate and run north. You want to come out the north gate and run north. Now, if you're feeling it like you want a bit of XP to try and level before you go for the Dusty Mongrels, because you might be a bit low, there's level 7 hammer breaks, which will count to the hammer breaks in the hunt log if you haven't already done them. It's a higher level, a bit harder for the people that, you know, think they're pro. Right, so what you want to do is keep heading north. Let's just get this map a little bit bigger. You want to keep heading north from Scorpion Crossing, which is the little camp that I call it. You want to head across this bridge to toward the Horizon's Edge sign. Once you've crossed the bridge, as soon as you can take a left turn, take a left turn. And you get to sort of the edge of a cliff where there are multiple Dusty Mongrels. Now, let's get a few. Let's take a few of these out. Right, here we go. There we go. Now we get into the higher level stuff. We're getting a few AoEs. Right then. As you saw when I attacked the first one, the one in the middle, it aggroed 2 friends. So we're total 3 now. Now that AoE, I think, is paralysis. Now as a melee character, your skills are instant. It's kind of weird. It just prevents you from using your skills every so often. Unlike when you're sort of a mage or anything, you have to cast and it interrupts. But as for everything else, the damage to do off that AoE is quite large. So yeah, dodge that. However, dodging it is really easy. As you can see, it's just a line. So it is quite easy to do. Just, you know, Q and E, right click Q and E, or just Q and E, or A and D. You know, if you're on, I don't know what it is on controllers. I don't use controller. PC myself, obviously. Now you need 3 Dusty Mongrels to finish the level 10 part of the rank 1. Now with this, obviously you need both of them. It doesn't matter which way round you go. If you're in West Thalen and you think, oh, I'm just going to do all the West Thalen ones, do all the West Thalen ones, and then come to Dusty Mongrel, kill 3 of them, then you'll have to go to Central Thalen and kill the other one to get your XP. So I would recommend doing all of... well, I wouldn't say do them in order, like, you know, keep going from West to Central. Do what you can, what is available to you in one of the areas, like West Thalen, and then if you're finding it hard, for example, you've done the first 3 in West Thalen, and the Snapping Shrew, you can't quite kill a Hammer Break without dying. Go over to Central Thalen, kill a Snapping Shrew, level up off that sort of stuff, then come back and take a Hammer Break out. Do it that way. But to get level 10 done, you will need to kill 3 mongrels and the soldiers to get the XP. So as I said, it doesn't matter which order you do them in, as long as you do them. But yeah, I'm assuming that AoE is going to give you paralysis. I can't exactly test it because I don't have a lower level character that'll get hit off it. Right, so that is the end of the rank 1s for the Paladin, Gladiator / Paladin. Rank 2 will be coming soon as I've actually managed to edit and render it. I've changed my edit and rendering process a little bit to make it a bit easier and quicker to get it out for you guys. So thanks for watching. So I hope it's helped. Stay tuned for rank 2. Check out my other hunt log guides. So far I've got Conjurer was my first one. I always say the jobs. Conjurer was the first one. Then I did the Marauder, which is the warrior, the other tank. I've also done the Thaumaturge, and the Archer. Thanks for watching. Up itself. Check them out. Don't forget to subscribe.